So, to my fellow mental health professionals, to child custody evaluators, every one of you, every single one of you is a fraud. You are assessing attachment pathology with knowing nothing about it. Now, you're lucky I'm not on a licensing board, because you know what I would recommend the licensing board? Licensing board. You know what? You know what I would recommend that happens over here? This is so bad. This is so bad that I would recommend that you appoint like 3 people and get the roles of custody evaluations from the court. And so you get the whole list of all the custody evaluators in your states, and then just go around and schedule 1-hour appointments with all of them, every single one of them, and ask for a review of their Vitae in that hour, where you are going to look for specifically their knowledge, training, education. Where did they acquire that? In the attachment system. So where did they acquire their knowledge of the attachment system? They are diagnosing or they are assessing attachment-related pathology. So where did they acquire their knowledge of the attachment system? Ask them that. Every single one. Make them show your Vitae and do that. That's what I would do. And if you do not have a background in the attachment system, if you cannot demonstrate your knowledge of the attachment system on your Vitae, then as a licensing board, they should sanction you and require you to have 20 hours of training in the attachment system before you're allowed to practice again. That's what I would do if I was the licensing board. Every state, every single state in the United States should review the Vitas of child custody evaluators, asking them in an hour to describe where their Vitae shows their training and knowledge in the attachment system. That's why I put my Vitae up. Okay? We're going after your Vitas. Stupid, ignorant, dangerous child custody evaluators. I want to go after your Vitae. That's why my Vitae is up there. I'm serious as a heart attack. So, about that for a second. I'm setting you up. I put my Vitae up on the web. You know how easy that was? I sat down in front of my computer. Filmed me talking about my Vitae, and every time I do that, I can upload it to YouTube. Piece of cake. Easy peasy. Every child custody evaluator, do that. Put it up there. Tell your clients what your background is. Come on. Everyone, come on. Don't you think your clients have a right to know your background? Of course they do. If you're going to have a plumber come into your house and you're getting off Craigslist or something, you want to know the background, right? If you're having somebody remodel your house, you want to know, are they licensed by the state or the licensed contractor? What are other references? You want to know the background of the guy doing that. Okay. So now you're in a position. Oh my God, you could decide the fate of this family. Your awesome responsibility in that? The whole developmental course for this child could be changed based on your decision. Oh my God, that's an awesome power you have. Of course the parents should be able to look at your background. What qualifies you for that awesome position of responsibility where you hold the fate of their beloved child in their hands? Put your Vitae up on the web. Take an hour. Talk about it. Let the parents who care, who are coming to you, know your background. And in that process, tell us where you got your training and background in the attachment system. You're assessing an attachment-related pathology that emerged around an attachment-relaed event. Tell us where you got your background and training in the attachment system. That's all we're asking. You got none. I know you got none. How do I know you got none? Because I read your custody reports. Yeah. So, I want you to do something. All you custody evaluators, I want you to kind of mull something over here. You've seen what I've done with attachment-based parental alienation. You've seen the work I put in on this. So I got foundations. You can look at that. You can look at all my research. You can look at my reference list. You can look at the assessment protocol that I've got. You can look at the contingent visitation schedule I've got. Okay, so you know how I kind of get onto something and kind of see it through and produce good product. Okay, I produce good results when I put in the work. So I want you to kind of understand that about Dr. Childress. And then I want you to kind of integrate this piece of information. I have one goal. And that goal is to get your license to practice revoked. Because you are ignorant, you are incompetent, you are a fraud, you are a charlatan, and you are destroying the lives of children with your ignorance and incompetence. My sole goal is to get your license revoked. I got a barrier to that. You've been given indemnity because you're in a high conflict situation, so we can't go at you directly. So I'm a clinical psychologist. I come into this field. I am granted access because of my expertise in attachment. Attorneys contact me and say, Dr. Childress, would you be a clinical psychologist consultant on our case because of my background in attachment? So they come to me, and because of that, I get to review the information, which is your custody report. And so I get to review over and over. I get to see what you guys are doing. It's bad. It's horrific. It's evil. It's awful. It's stupid as sin. It is so far beneath professional standard of practice. It is actionable. You have no knowledge and to base any of what you're doing on. And you're preying on vulnerable families, destroying them, but getting your 30 pieces of silver for betraying the child because you don't know what you're doing. But you've got indemnity protection. You're in violation of standard 2.01a of the APA ethics code because you have no knowledge of the attachment system. And we're not even talking family systems therapy. Well, you just the attachment system. You have no knowledge of that. You're in violation of standard 2.01a. Because you have no knowledge and you're an ignorant buffoon, you do a massively bad assessment that winds up in absolutely diametrically the wrong types of things that you're saying and doing because you have no knowledge. You might as well go out and get a plumber to do that. I have a better chance with a plumber who at least has common sense than I would with you, who are just stone cold stupid or evil, dangerous, got your own stuff coming in. So I can't go after you directly. But I got ethics code violations. And not you're violating 2.01, you're violating 9.01a. And because of that, you're harming these clients. You're destroying the lives of children. Yes, you are. You are destroying the lives of children. God help you when you get beyond this and get into karma. All that karma is going to come back on you. You are personally responsible for the destruction of the lives of children, and you don't even know it. That's how stupid you are. You don't even know it. You know, I'll deal with that in a second. So we got violation 2.01a, violation 9.01a, violation of 3.04. I'm a clinical psychologist. I'm seeing my professional colleagues in psychology violating ethics codes. I'm supposed to do something about that. I've got ethical codes governing my response to your violations of the ethics code. For me, it's standard 1.04 and 1.05. So let's run over to 1.04 and 1.05 because I'm coming after your license.